Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Naomi, and let's dream about beauty. In today's video, I have for you this look that I'm going to do using a few new makeup products. So if you're interested to see what makeup products I'm using and what I think, then just keep on watching. So I've been filming and I just realized that I didn't turn my microphone on. Curse you, audio gods! Why do you do this to me? Anyhow, I started out with the, where did I put it? Oh, okay, so I started out with the Fenty Beauty. This is called the Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation. This is the unicarton, and then here is the component. And this is what it looks like. So in one use, I've already managed to almost obliterate the F and the B. So it definitely takes a lot. This is cute because there is a mirror on both, dropped the sponge. Mirror on both sides and then a little sponge. So the shade I got is 185, and I think that it is a little bit light for me. I do still have a little bit of a tan, but it's warming up a bit, and then I don't have a new bronzer or a new contour, so I use my Rodial, getting some good pan in this contour, and then I warmed it up with my Marc Jacobs bronzer, and I have nothing even close to pan in this. In fact, I can still see all the vertical or horizontal lines in the pan and the bronzer, and it's the shade 104 Tantastic is the one I'm using. So, and then I was ready to begin with my blush, and that's when I realized that I wasn't recording, or I was filming, but there was no sound. So that is unfortunate. So a good test of this foundation, this powder foundation, which yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm not sure I would call it full coverage, more like medium coverage. But the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm liking it. I used to exclusively wear powder foundations about 10 years ago. That's all I wore. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how this is looking so far. I just see here, I need to blend in my bronzer a little more. Blend, 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 blend. Blend, 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 blend. There we go. Okay, so the next new product I have to test out is the Tarte Sea Breezy Cream Blush, and it is in the shade Pink Sky. So this is what it looks like. So I have a cream bronzer that is similar to this in the same kind of component, and then when you open it up, it is a bit darker than I thought it would be. So I am going to apply it with a blush brush, and we will see how it looks if I can find my blush brush. Okay, so we're going to give this a try, and we're going to see how this cream blush plays on top of the cream contour. So I've got it. I'm just going to dab it out on the back of my hand because I want to have an idea of the pigmentation before I go in. So what we're hoping for is that it doesn't interfere or lift the powder foundation at all. So that's why I'm tapping it on instead of blending it, because I don't want it to lift the powder foundation underneath. So actually that looks really, really good. I'm pleased with that. It's not the color I was hoping it would be. I wanted something more pink. And this is, as you can see, not quite as pink as, it's called Pink Sky. And then the sticker on the back indicating the color is not really what the actual blush. I suppose it's, but anyhow, if you look on the carton, it looks quite pink, and it's not anywhere close to that pink, but it still looks nice on the cheeks. Okay. So far so good with the base. Looks pretty good. I am now going to use a highlighter. It is not new, so I will be right back. Okay, so I used the Catrice More Than Glow highlighter that is in my Shop My Stash, and I really enjoy this highlighter. You can see it has a nice amount of bling to it, and it does kind of melt into the face nicely. So okay, so now we are going to try the new Fenty, or not Fenty, sorry, the new Huda Beauty. This is called the Balm Brow. Let me see if I have the, no, that's not it. Yes. So it's the Micro Shade Brow Pencil, Balm Brows Micro Shade Brow Pencil. That's what the unicarton looks like, and then this is the component. And you have one end here is the spoolie, and then the other end is the, so I'm just going to brush through my eyebrows. And then we'll give this a try. So when I do my brows, I just outline them. I don't really reshape them. And I just fill. And then I just draw lines at the beginning of the brow. I'm gonna fill that all in. And then I brush through. I think that looks really nice. It has a nice consistency. It's not too waxy and it's not too creamy. It's just kind of somewhere in the middle. And now I'll do the next one and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that brow product from Huda Beauty. I think it is really nice. Yeah, the brows look really good. And why do I keep saying anyhow, so now moving on, brows done, I am going to work on my eyeshadow, and the new product for my eyeshadow is the Juvia's Place the Taupes palette. So this is what it looks like, and then that is the inside. So this is going to be a nice neutral look. I just am going to do my eyeshadow primer and I will be right back. Okay, so the primer is done and I'm going to first go into this lighter shade there into my transition. And for that, I don't think I have any clean JH32s left, which is what I normally use. So I'm going to go in with a JH35. So this is going on quite warm, almost mustardy. It doesn't remind me of taupe whatsoever. But it's just the preliminary shadow, so we will see what things look like. I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually use this palette. I don't think I've ever seen any reviews on it. I'm also using a different brush than what I'm used to, so. I'm still hoping to do 3 looks with the new Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette. I have first impressions on my video, or on my channel. I will link it up here. And if you have had any thoughts or want to see some first impressions on that palette, go ahead and watch that. So I'd like to do 3 looks, but they won't be coming out. It won't be coming out until maybe Friday. Because tomorrow is the 8 color collab, the Select a Shade collab that I do with some wonderful ladies. So hopefully you will tune in tomorrow to catch that. I'm just going to finish up with this eye and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the JH34. I'm really happy with how this blended out. I think it looks great. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Whoops, that's not zooming in. Okay, now we'll go in with this shadow right here, which is the next lightest, and it's not as powdery as the other one was. And we will run that right through the crease. I'm not getting a lot of impact with that color. It's too much like the other color. So I guess you could, I wouldn't necessarily, if I was to do this again, I would just go in with this color because this one is just not quite what I wanted. But I was hoping to do sort of an ombre, this color to this color to this color in the middle here. But unfortunately there's not enough difference between this lighter brown and this one right here that I'm not really getting kind of what I was hoping for, if that makes sense. Maybe it will be subtle enough that it will still kind of give the look I'm hoping for. And it's funny, like, so you can see there that there's a fair amount of kick up, like in the pan. But here, in this one, there's like, I swirled my brush around, but there's absolutely no kick up whatsoever. So I don't know what that means, but I just noticed it. Okay, so now I'm going to use this smaller brush, and I'm going to go in with this darkest shade here, and I'm going to do that in my corners and into the crease. And we do have some kick up in that shadow. Okay, so I would call this a true taupe, this shade right here. And now I'm going to swatch on the back of my hand these 3 shimmery shades, and we'll decide which one to go on the lid. I don't know how well you can see that because I accidentally swatched on top of where I swatched the pink blush, but I am going to go in with this shade right here on my lid. And let me see here, I don't have a flat shader. Oh, I do. So I'm going in with the Refer 2 brush. And it looks like I am going to have to spray that. It's not picking up very well. The shade is not very impactful. I'm going in again. Okay, I'm going to go in on the other side. I'm going to spray my brush again. Definitely need a wet brush with this particular. Lots of kick up in the pan. Okay, I'm going to go onto the other side of the brush, and I'm going to go in with this lighter metallic. I'm going to do that more in the inner portion of my eye. And I'm also going to spray the brush. I'm surprised because normally Juvia's Place metallics are so impactful, and this just, well, that's a little better. Liking that a little more. Okay, I've got some fallout to clean up. I'm going to do my eyeliner and I will be back. Okay, so I like this palette. If I was going to do a taupe eyeshadow look, this isn't my first choice though, out of what I have in my collection, just because I found this particular metallic to be not quite as impactful as I wanted. This one is better, but it's a little bit more gold than I like. This particular shade here is a little bit more, it's just too warm. This one is not as impactful as you would like because it doesn't stand out against this one. This is a nice shade though, I like this one. And I did not use this. But again, you can see it on the back of my hand here. And it's just not, it's not what I'm used to from, you know, from Juvia's place in the metallics that you usually get. But it's a fine palette and I'm happy to have it in my collection. But if I was going to, you know, do something like this, I probably would do with my Stone Cold Fox palette. Or my Sultry palette would be what I would turn to before I would turn to this one. Okay, so the only thing that we have left to do, I'm trying to decide if I want something in my waterline or not, or if I'm going to do the lower lash line, because often I don't do a lower lash line. I do like to have just the drama on the top part. But we do need to go in with a lipstick. So I'm going to see what I have that is new. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to go in with the Pillow Talk, the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Lip Cheat, and then the Pillow Talk lipstick. This is just an iconic shade, iconic product from Charlotte Tilbury. I've heard so much about it. Maybe I should stop talking. Okay. What do I think? I'm not crazy about the color. I like something with a little bit more pink, a little less warm. The texture is really nice. If you can recommend a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick that is just a little bit more pinky nude, rather than sort of orangey nude, I would appreciate it. Because this is just not, I mean, it's not terrible. But I'm going to go in with a lip gloss and we'll see what I think. Okay, so another new product is this Hourglass lip gloss, and it is in the shade Fortune. It's the Hourglass Extreme Sheen. Lip gloss. And this was on sale on the Sephora site. So there is the finished look. What did I think of everything? The more I look at my skin using the Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation, I'm very happy with this. So I think it looks really, really good. It's, you know, so far so good. We'll see how it holds up with my oils. I think that the Tarte blush is super pretty and it went on really nicely. It has a really nice texture. I already told you what I thought about this eyeshadow palette. It's good, but not great. The Pillow Talk lipstick, I like it better now that it has a lip gloss on top of it. I do think it looks nice with the look. The lip liner, I don't know what everyone raves about with the lip liner. I have Milani lip liners that are just the same. I mean, maybe if I did like a side, but did half of my mouth with one and half my mouth with the other, maybe I'd be able to tell the difference. But when I used it, I wasn't like, wow, this is amazing. So anyhow, well, good to know anyways, because I was like, what am I missing out on? Because everyone's like, the lip cheat lip liners are so good. But I don't really overline my lips very much, so maybe for people who like to overline their lips, maybe that's why it's a really good product, I don't know. But anyhow, time is our most precious resource, and when you spend a little bit of your precious time with me, I really appreciate it. I hope wherever in the world you are, that you're well, that you're healthy, and you're happy. I'd like to ask you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, activate the notification bell, comment down below, and maybe a thumbs up. And that's it from me for today. Take care. Bye bye.